Hey everybody, DayTraderRockStar here, and tonight's video we're going to be talking about the 2018 Asco meeting. And a way I'm going to be looking at it, there's some good opportunities to trade into this major cancer gathering. This is American Society of Clinical Oncology, I believe that was the acronym here. So yeah, that's going to happen starting tomorrow. It goes for the 1st to the 5th, and it's tomorrow's Friday, so we're going to have to deal with the over the weekend news and stuff. But I don't know exactly what the schedule is. I started learning more about this conference last year, where I traded two stocks out of it. I traded Kite Pharmaceuticals and Juno. Both of those stocks popped aggressively coming out of this conference. I do believe it went from a Friday to a Monday, and then Monday it popped up. And I was in both of these, and eventually both of those stocks got taken out. So it was a fantastic opportunity, and to see this thing come around again, I wanted to go into more detail on how I do my research and what stocks that are going to be presenting this year. And even though this is coming late, you know, you have one day, maybe a couple of days to prepare for this. This list really is going to break down just a couple of the ones I think are going to move. I don't know a lot of these. I didn't do deep research. There's a couple of them. And I also I learned some things that I want to pass on to you also about the Asco meeting that happens, the annual one that happens every year. So when you are going to go to this conference to present your data, or your testing, your cancer research and stuff, this is this is through the whole process of eventually getting FDA approval and going to drugs, and and becoming a big drug company. So this is where it all begins, and these are, this is a lot of the research that they bring, and all these industry experts are out there, and there's a lot of investors out there, and this is where they could make money, they could get funding. So there's a lot of there's a lot of hopes and dreams in these companies, and there's thousands of companies that are presented. And just imagine, everyone's going to, it's all scientific, and it's all testing on mice, and just not even the phase 2 or phase 3 testing. It's just the beginning stages. A lot of these things are. So very hard to pick which ones are going to pop. But doing enough research, you start to feel what's the what the leader is, the odds favorite of coming into a concert. Excuse me, to a conference like this. And we're going to talk about that in a second. So up here, this is the Asco website. Just do a Google search for Asco, and it'll bring you to it. And these are the abstracts. And when a company puts out or gets accepted to present here, they put out an abstract, a little teaser of what they're going to be showing. And this is the first time the public really gets to see this. This is publicly released a couple weeks before the overall meeting. So lots of times, if there's anything big, the stocks will jump ahead of this meeting. And I want to show you a good example of that, because recently, let me fix this. Let me fix the chart here so you can see a little bit better. Recently, and I've been doing a lot of research tonight. I'll say recently one more time. This drug company, and the symbol is LOXO, and you'll hear a lot of these new ones. This one was the winner last year, last June. You could actually see, going back here, how it gapped up. So this was considered the favorite last year. This was the biggest exciting company to come out of the Asco conference. And look at that. You could actually see that thing. That's a nice little move here. We closed all right, 49 to the next day it was 70. So 20 something points it gapped up. So recently they released their abstract, and of course with the release of the abstract, the data looked really good and the stock popped. So, and this is going into, like I said, we were following this the last couple of days, and knowing that this one is the kind of the leader, the odds-on favorite of coming out with the best news. It's been moving up into this conference. So will it be a sell the news event? Maybe, maybe not. We talk about sell the news event. What does that mean? That means they buy the stock into the event before the event happens. Whatever the event is, the news event that's going to be released, they buy it and the stock moves up into that. And when the news comes out, good or bad, it's sell the news. It's like, especially if it is good, you know, because it's already priced in. So is this already priced in, their news? Well, probably a good chance, but I want to say no, because I did some research on my own. I want to bring this over just to show you. It was on the Motley Fool site, and they were discussing the Asco, and they were talking about this this company, LOXO Oncology, the ticker, and it popped about 20% as they got a peek of the abstract here, so you can actually see it. So everyone was pretty excited into this. I scrolled all the way down here. I read the whole article, and that's what you have to do sometimes. Just go through. You have to do your own research. I think going all the way back down here at the end of the article, if I could find it here. Absolutely, Asco. Keep an eye on the presentation of LOXO. The abstract utilized on utilized January 2018 cutoff date data, but the presentation is going to be updated to utilize the 2018 data, which hasn't been released in the abstract. So there could be some new updates and new numbers and new research available. So this one should be watched. The LOXO is going to have new data. It's not going to be just what you see in the abstract. So with that said, you know, I don't know if everyone's going to know that or expect that. So I think it's going to lead to a positive reaction on this stock, even though the stock is already, you know, on the way up here. The next company we're going to talk about, and this is something I've been in for a while. So if you've been listening to the show, you know that I'm in VERU, and it just happens to be VERU is also going to be presenting at the Asco conference, VERU, and this is, I have quite a big position in this, and this was brought to my attention back in January, so I started picking it up about $1.32. Today it was $2.10. So I mean a winner right now, big winner, but it's getting to an area now. Again, is there anything new going to be released on VERU? Now I read into this. There's a bunch of stories going on with the VERU. Stories about the female health company. They put out a female condom. They also are changing over to be a drug, or a cancer fighting company, an oncology company. So there is there's this transition that the old business is funding the new business going forward, and they're waiting for contracts. They're selling these contracts across different countries and stuff, and this is all in play right now, and this is all going to start to play out over the summer. They're supposed to get these new contracts. They're supposed to continue with this filing the NDAs and these drug filings with the FDA. They have 5 more drugs they're going to. So this could be a huge play, but the timing is always the hardest part, how this is working out. So this is a chart right now. Chart looks quite good. Like I said, we were in here back here in January and February. So it's pushing up here. We closed out right up against 210, which I'm going to say that 210 level is going to be an area of resistance right now. And if we could get through that, that's going to be impressive. I think we can actually get through this. Now, if there's any updated news out of the Asco conference, that this is set up to go. First of all, it's up against resistance. It has a positive chart. It's a cheap one, because a lot of day traders love to push these things. You can actually get a real big fast move to $3, or even higher. It really depends on what thing. But the abstract was out. I'm not a doctor, but I read these abstracts, and when I read, it sounds so good. And then I'm yelling on the radio there. I said, "Is there a doctor in the house? So you can tell me what I'm not seeing here, and why this stock isn't like the next big thing." Let me go over what I'm reading here. You know what I do? I want to actually walk you through how to find these abstracts. Now, I click on the abstracts right there. You'll get a search. You'll see it here somewhere. Where is it? Browse abstracts right over here to the right. Click on that. It'll give you a little search bar. If it ever comes up, there we go. Slowly coming. The internet is slow tonight. Alright, well, I was going to try to show you how I got to the abstract, but it wasn't where, so I took the back door here. This is the abstracts on the site, and this is one of the VERU drugs. And again, a lot of technical information here. It talks about what the study is about and what the results are, the methods, the background, the results. Results significantly reduce tumors by 31%, and then they have some some data there, which I don't know much about. To talk about the dosage and some other stuff, but overall, conclusion is an orally administered inhibitor of some stuff going on there. And not to sound stupid on this, but like I said, you really need to be a doctor not to get blown away by all the technical stuff. But this comes down associated with a statistically significant reduction of tumor volumes and was well tolerated in comparison to, I guess, the vehicle. So this was really good to have the placebo and then the different dosage. And again, everything looked good. And they have about 4 other drugs that they're doing. So this looked really good. I like it. I like it for the other reasons also. And that's the other one that we're going to be watching going into this conference starting tomorrow. Now, VERU, just one more look at this. Fast look at the chart. We did close right at the high. So, if we do get a pop on this, everyone to see what it is, see what the news is, see what the future holds. This is a big conference for them. And then actually after this conference, they're going to be doing the Jefferies conference just on the 5th, I believe, right after this one. They were invited to do Jefferies conference, and that was a healthcare conference. That's big for them also. So they're getting some coverage. That's important, and the things are looking pretty good. Again, only $2 and change for now. So let's just go over the other stocks fast that we'll be presenting. I don't know much about these, but I wanted to throw a couple out there that I did my own research on, and we'll look at the charts fast, and then you can actually follow up if you want. Now, there's some always the big ones are always out there: the Celgene, Gilead's of the worlds, and the Johnson. Who knows? All these cancer fighting drug companies will be presenting something because there's always something to present. This is an interesting one. $2.90. Already starting to get a move into the Asco conference. And again, doesn't give us much, but is that and that's the daily. Let's go out to the weekly. This thing used to trade up here at $24. It's $2.90 now. And again, biotech back here in 2015. Might have been an Asco conference. It looks like it was April, May, June, July, or maybe who knows when that was. But this is the type of stuff that, wow, look at that move. So write that one down. IMMP. Don't know what they're going to do, but put these on a separate list. Put a couple charts up there. If you start to see volume coming into it strong, get on board, ride it, get out fast. Try to scalp it. FPRX. I've been seeing this one a lot. I think it's just because their press is doing a good job of getting that out. A lot of people will really put out the press saying we're going to be presenting at this Asco or our data and stuff. I've seen this posted all over the place, picked up on all kinds of news wires, but nothing here that stands out. The chart doesn't even let us know that there's something coming up. You expect positive news to be reflected on the chart, especially if they put an abstract out there. The market does not care about that abstract, so it doesn't look like much is going to come from FPRX. Now, another one I saw a news release on is the TYME, Time Technologies. Again, biotech, definitely active. Definitely active. I don't know if, let's see here. Wow. Went up to $10. It pulled back. It popped again. Now it's consolidated. It looks like it wants to go. And again, back here 2015, big pop from nothing to the here. So again, something could be coming out of that one. And then GEN, read up on this one a little. I think this is a Canadian company. And the chart is actually not that bad. Slow grind up. I mean, this thing has already doubled over the last couple of months. Imagine that. And where it's coming from? It's coming from way up here. So again, GEN will be presenting at the conference. And then Clovis, like I said, there's some big ones, some big names you'll know. Clovis, a big cancer company. And even though the chart is kind of interesting, we have this kind of a falling channel. We typically nail these when we trade the regular markets each day. If I see a regular stock that's trading down like this, I can pretty much tell you exactly where to get in it. But considering there's news tomorrow on this, or news over the next couple of days, let's let the news come out and see what happens before we identify where to buy this. The divergence might be interesting here. So 46.96 CLVS, another one. So there we have it. Again, there we have it. That's the call on the Asco meeting that starts tomorrow, June 1st, goes to the 4th. We're looking at LOXO to be on our screen, probably to get some action on it. I think you're going to get some more upside on it. It's already, look at it where it's popped here. $177. It's already gapped up. But you know what? When they talk about cancer, what do you put a price? You can't put a price on cancer. So it could be $300 tomorrow. That's a big one. The VERU, we got our fingers crossed on that, see how far we get on it. And the other ones, good luck, everyone. I'll see you in the markets tomorrow. This is DayTraderRockStar for DayTradingRadio.com.